Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel, Spinabifida Guide to Hope. My name is Leilani, and as I'm sure you've already noticed, I am currently not in my usual area where I record my videos. That is because I am currently on a trip with my family, and today I wanted to talk about medical supplies that I personally take with me on trips or vacations for my spina bifida. Now, just a disclaimer, I am by no means a medical professional. I am only going to be talking about medical supplies that I personally need for my spina bifida. Every case of spina bifida is different, so different people may need different medical supplies for their personal situation and their personal spina bifida. Now, personally, when it comes to my medical supplies, I prefer to overpack. Even if I'm staying for a small trip, I still overpack. At any time I'm going away and I know I'm not going to be home, I want to make sure that I never run out of any of the supplies that I do personally need. Now, first and foremost, the most important thing for me to bring are catheters. Now, for me personally, the way that my catheters are packaged, it comes 30 catheters in a small box. So if I'm going away for about maybe a week, I do tend to take about 3 to 4 boxes, even though that is a lot of catheters. Again, I would much prefer to be overly packed than to run out of any of my supplies. So I do take with me about 3 to even 6 catheter packages on vacation, depending on how long I'm going to be on vacation. Even if I don't use them all, I would rather have more than not have what I need. Now, another important thing for me that I personally need is my bowel program system that I use. Now, with the bowel program that I personally use, it does come with its own supplies that I do need to have with the bowel program that I use at all times. So I, again, overly pack that as well. I overly pack those supplies depending on how long I'm going to be away from home. The next important thing that I definitely do take with me on trips or vacation are my medications. Now, for me, I only take one medication daily, which is oxybutynin, and that is for overactive bladder. So that for me is very important to have. Also, along with the oxybutynin, I do take with me antibiotics. Now, the antibiotics are just a precaution that I use for vacation or trips. In case I am away from home and very far from home, I like to have antibiotic just in case I get a urinary tract infection. So just to be safe, I do pack that with me, even if I don't need it. But just in case something does happen where I need medication for a UTI, I do like to have that with me as well. Another important thing that I like to have with me during trips is my overnight drainage bag. Now, with my overnight drainage bag, it really, for me personally, depends on who I'm going on a trip with. If I am going with somebody who doesn't really know too much of my situation, I tend not to bring the overnight bag, and instead I will use catheters throughout the night, which is also why I tend to overpack my catheters, because I may need them more. So sometimes I do take it with me depending on if I am comfortable around the people I am with and who is going to be in the same room as me when I am sleeping, or I will not take it if I am not too comfortable with that person really knowing too much of my medical situation. Now, there are 2 other things that I tend to take with me on trips or vacation, and this for me is just a personal preference. It's not required for everybody, but for me, I personally like to take wipes and I like to take pads with me on vacation. I do use bladder leakage pads daily, so I like to have them. And again, I overpack all of my supplies, so I definitely overpack the amount of pads that I take with me depending on how long I am going to be on vacation. Also, with wipies, I personally, especially if I am doing bowel program, like to use wipies that for me is more comfortable, so I also take a couple packs of wipies with me on vacation. For me, those are just things that I personally take on a trip or on vacation with me. Again, depending on how long I'm going to be away from home will determine how much supplies I'm going to take with me. The best tip that I can give to those who do need medical supplies when they are away from home is to always overpack, because it is better to be overly packed than to not have enough supplies. Now, before I go, I would like to again apologize for not posting. I, of course, am trying my best, but unfortunately sometimes things in my personal life do get in the way of me recording and being able to post a video. I appreciate all of you for your support and for your understanding. I thank you very, very much, and I hopefully we'll see you all next week. Depending on circumstances, I either will or will not post a video, but I will definitely try my best to. Bye!